Sculptures on the Square. Standing at the corner of Trade and Tryon Streets in Charlotte, North Carolina, is a group of four statues that has become the icon for what is called Independence Square in the Queen City. These monumental fixtures are four crafty statues, each representing the four main pillars on which Charlotte was built. These pillars are commerce, industry, transportation, and the future. The statues each weigh 5,000 pounds and towers 24 feet from a 20-foot base. They were created by renowned sculptor Raymond Keski, a process that started in 1993 and was installed in Independence Square on November 27, 1995. With one sculpture installed at each corner of the square, the focal point is on the sculpture representing the future. The first statue we'll look at is Commerce. It depicts a gold miner from the early 1830s when North Carolina was a gold mining state. Below his plate is a facial representation of Alan Greenspan, the former chairman of the Federal Reserve. The prospector empties his gold on the head of Greenspan, which is a depiction of Charlotte's transition to the second leading financial center in the United States. The second statue, Industry, is represented by a female mill worker with a child sitting at her feet, a reality that was consistent during the textile boom in the city. It was tradition for families to work in the mills, so children were a part of that process. The third, Transportation, is represented by an African American man portrayed with strength as he rests with a hammer in his hand. This is in reference to the men who built Charlotte's railroad, beginning the city's importance as a transport hub. The number 1401 below his feet represents the engine number of the train that was named after the city, which used to run through Independence Square. The fourth statue, The Future, is represented by a woman and her young child, playful in the arms of his mother, emerging from the branches of a blooming dogwood tree. Below her knees is a hornet's nest, a significant reference to the fierceness of Charlotte soldiers during the American Revolution. The city continues to grow into the future, becoming one of the largest cities of the eastern states below Washington, D.C. Its population has grown, especially in the last decade, and in 2014 was the fastest growing U.S. city. Charlotte is now the second largest financial district in the country, behind New York, and is headquartered to Bank of America and other regional financial and business institutions. Charlotte is also a major Amazon hub on the eastern seaboard. The city's industry continues to expand, moving from textile production towards beverage, PVC, biotechnology and pharmaceuticals, automotive, truck and heavy machinery, as well as aerospace and defense. Transportation is also rapidly developing in the city. Charlotte's International Airport, now an American airline hub, is the seventh busiest in the world and is a regional hub for rail freight. The city's public transit system continues to grow to meet the demands of a growing population. From the past to the future, Charlotte is growing gracefully, and the sculptures on the square are still eyeing the future and soaring to new heights. This was presented by Kurt Hickling for Art 21001 for CUNY School of Professional Studies, Summer 2019.